Welcome back to Ride JBI. This is JB. Today we finished a revalve on this WP XACT 6500 cartridge kit and also a revalve on this WP linkage shock. The suspension will be mounted to a 2023 KTM 250XC. These WP XACT Pro 6500 cartridges will be replacing the current stock XACT 48 air forks that come stock on that bike. These cartridges were revalved to our JBI suspension, Flowy single track Spec. However, they're actually revalved a little softer than that, meaning we used our baseline Flowy single track Spec. However, we softened it up a little bit more. It's not quite as soft as our technical single track Spec. It's kind of somewhere right in the middle. And this was per the customer's request. Ride JBI describes Flowy single track riding as riding in second and third gear speeds. You have good momentum and rolling speed as you ride across the trail. Of course, this does take into account the occasional tight technical section where you have to really slow down, and the occasional faster open road section where you shift up a few gears. This customer described that he often does that type of riding, but it is a little bit slower, meaning very much in the bottom of second gear speeds, but it wasn't quite as slow and technical as how we describe our technical single track setting, which is very slow speed riding, very low rolling speed and momentum as you come across the obstacles on the trail. So after having some good back and forth with this rider and learning about their riding conditions and their terrain, we decided that our JBI suspension, Flowy single track Spec, softened up a little bit more, would be the ideal spec for them. As you can see, these WP XACT 6500 cartridges have already been reassembled. They're complete, filled with oil. We already have the proper spring rates selected and mounted on there, along with the correct preload spacer. So when it comes time to install this cartridge kit, the customer just need to remove the rebound clicker here at the bottom and then drop in this complete insert into the fork, and then reinstall the rebound clicker at the bottom of the fork, and then follow our JBI suspension settings guide, which provides them with the amount of oil to pour into the outer chamber and where to set the compression and rebound clickers at, along with fork height inside of the triple clamps. The stock 2023 WP linkage shock, which is new for this year, was also revalved to our matching JBI suspension, Flowy single track Spec, softer than usual though. The weight of this rider is perfect for the stock spring, which is a 42 Newton. So we are utilizing that stock spring on the shock. The fork springs are 4.2 up front, and that works out to be a very good spring rate front and back that is balanced for this rider. If you've been following Ride JBI on YouTube for almost a year now, you see that we've been very transparent and open with all the testing, tuning, and development we've been doing the past year on these WP XACT 6500 cartridges, along with all our other suspension that we test, tune, and develop. Ride JBI has been testing, tuning, and developing suspension since 2008. So we have many years of doing this. However, only recently did we get on YouTube and start sharing all of that with you guys to be more transparent about our development and how we go about improving our suspension settings. In the future, we'll have a lot more off-road based content, as right now we're waiting on some of our riders to get back to us with some good videos and images. It is also summertime right now, so a lot of our riders aren't racing too much, as it is pretty hot here in Southern California and in other parts of the United States. More information on these JBI Spec WP XACT 6500 Pro cartridges can be found at ridejbi.com, along with our JBI suspension Revalve services and all other JBI suspension services and parts. If you would like Ride JBI to do your suspension, please give us a call or send us an email. We can discuss the year, make, and model bike that you have, which options are available, and which setup would be most advantageous for you.